morning, Super Truckers. I want to do a quick video about the truck breakdowns, your responsibilities, the responsibilities of the companies, and also I want to burst the bubble that you've been living in. So, as an owner-operator, you are a businessman. As a businessman, you have to take care of your business. Your truck is your main business tool, and you have to be in the position to maintain and, when necessary, repair that truck. Because this is your livelihood. This is all your business is. So, again, this video comes with a little bit of frustration because we get that. We get that quite a bit. At no point in time, any of us, at our company, lies about, any kind of maintenance and, truck repair programs. Okay? And I'll finish this video with an amazing story that happened to me personally and one of those business owners. So, first of all, remember, your business, your responsibility, your truck is your tool. If you are not in position to repair it, you might as well be a driver. And I get it, not all. Sometimes on a dark hour, this big thing will happen. And at that point, maybe some of you will not be in the position to take care of that at that point in time. And still, if you ask me, there is a way. There is a way, but for that way to happen, you need to watch the previous video that I posted about, I think it's called I Quit Trucking or something like that. Alright, so let's get back to the what's going on with truck repairs and your responsibilities and company responsibilities. If at any given moment in time, let's say you go to McDonald's to get a cheeseburger. So you get to McDonald's and you're like, can I get this Big Mac or whatever we got there? And the manager of McDonald's tells you that, you know what, you totally could, but our burger maker is broken. If you could give them a couple $1,000s to fix it, we can sell you a burger then. I cannot even imagine the look on your face. You're probably gonna think that you're in a hidden camera show or something. And this is exactly what you look like if you depend on luck and on some other business's capacity to fix your problems, which in many cases created by you. Alright, so now how do you get to this situation? It's a sad irony. I really wish I could understand. I really wish I could. But I cannot wrap my mind around it. Because I was an owner-operator. And that just never happened to me. Never. I took the responsibility. I was not a, your perfect owner operator. I made a lot of mistakes. I failed so many times before it got better. But come on, learn from me. Don't go through that dark swamp. So the owner operator comes into the company. He's a big boy. He will do this. He won't do that. He needs time at home. Now it's his vacation. Now it's Monday. I'm not coming out. Call me on Tuesday. This is too heavy. This is too light. This is too far. This is too close. And after all this circus of not making money, something goes wrong. Starter failure, okay? What is it, like $500-$600 at the moment, depending where you're at? Some places maybe you can get it done for less. Now this big boy who says, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that, I'm a businessman, you don't tell me how to run my business, is calling in and is trying to say something along the lines like, I got no money. If you can help me, I can't run. All right. Well, where are you at? Let us send another truck and let's call it a day. Because that was not the deal. When we said that we're gonna take care of the trailers, when we said that we're gonna take care of this, and that, we will go backwards to China and back to deliver our promise. You will never hear from us about, hey man, and trust me, I've seen companies like that. Yeah, if you can fix that trailer right now for us because we're kind of short on cash, and then we will pay you back. But look, you're gonna have a good trailer. That's bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for swearing, but that's bullshit. And it sounds kind of like that to everybody else out there around you. And then, obviously, in those situations, sometimes people start threatening that if you're not gonna fix my truck, I'm gonna go to another company. Listen, friend, what do you think the other company is going to do? If this is what it takes for you to jump the company, you are the high-risk liability. This is who you are. Because now the other company, you would ask them, are we helping to fix trucks? And we will say yes. The only reason we will say yes is if there is a catch along the lines like when the truck is gonna break down, we're gonna, give you directions to the shop, and we're gonna say, hey, we said we're gonna help you, so we help. I don't know how much is that gonna fix your truck getting to the shop, but, it's better than nothing, I guess. But this is not what you were looking for. It simply does not exist. And if I'm wrong, post in the comments the names of the companies and the cities where we're from, who will fix your truck? And use their money to fix your truck that has those programs. And now, the grand finale. Let me tell you why we wouldn't do this. A long time ago, one of my first owner-operators ever that I worked with was apparently a pretty decent guy. He didn't know much about trucking. That's a major mistake. Right now, somebody like this, in my book, is just not gonna be a happy ending. It's gonna go with a bang. The only question is when. So the guy who knows nothing about trucking talks to some super truckers out there how to make $1 million by Friday. He gets, I think, somehow he had the money, so he bought 4 trucks, got 4 drivers, and let me remind you, that was a way back. So now with a driver, availability, he would be dead meat before his truck is even gonna leave the yard. However, back then he was able to find the drivers. Alright, so he came in, we made an agreement because he doesn't know about the trucking, he's not gonna get involved, we're gonna run his trucks and he's gonna get paid. And here's what I'm gonna give him a credit for. He almost did that, almost. And somehow he really had not the worst drivers. He had some really good drivers, I think. And the drivers would run. And the trucks would make money. Now the problem started with lack of management. So Monday comes in, he comes to the office to get a check, right, for what his 4 trucks did. And because he was not getting involved, those checks were pretty fat. He would get anywhere between like $10,000 to like $13,000 if all the trucks were running. That's after the fuel and everything else. The only thing he needs to do from this money, pay the drivers and maintain his trucks. That's it. And back to that. Oh, if he has a payment, make a payment. But remember, that's $10,000 to $13,000 a week. Goes to what, like 40 to 52 on the average, $1,000 a month. You do the math, okay? But the trucks were not new, and the drivers were good drivers, but not the mechanics. We were not the best people to really take care of the trucks. So after a little bit, the trucks started slowly declining and, breaking down, causing trouble. Alright. So, but every time we would break down, he would have no money. To the point where he just took a check on Monday of like $12,000. The previous Monday he got $11,000. The next Monday coming up, he's looking at $13,000. And he just got a check on Monday. And on Tuesday, his driver calls with some BS breakdown and says, well, I called the owner of the truck, and he says he has no money, so he told me to call you. Alright, so we had a conversation with this guy. I did not have the experience that I have right now. The guy was, I guess, alright, so I somehow I believed him. And we kind of agreed that to a certain degree I may help him out, and then I will deduct the money from the paycheck. So we started doing that. But every time the truck would break down, instead of fixing the problem, he would not allow me to fix the problem. He would only want me to patch the problem, so the truck can carry on, and at some point he's gonna just it's gonna be alright somehow. So when you start just patching trucks because you just don't want to spend money on your livelihood, on your main tool, it's not gonna be good. So about a couple months down the road of that pattern, the trucks looked really crappy, and the repairs were so many because you would be fixing that same thing every week. Like, for example, I remember a very specific example. One truck had a tire issue, and we checked the alignment, this and that. We did whatever we needed to do with a chassis, but the tires were still shredding. I knew the reason because every time the tire goes bad or blows, we would go to the truck stop, and he would not allow us to get the set of brand spanking new tires. He would only allow us to purchase overpriced disposable piece of crap to make it through for now. And when all your tires on the truck are different treads, even though it's legal as long as they're same size, your tires are just shredding, just because they have different torque, different ability to dig into the pavement. And that puts you to the position where you always at this last second emergency used tire buyer, and that doesn't put you in a good position. So instead of spending back in the day, I don't know, $3,000, boom, new tires on the whole truck, and forget about it. Every week, $500, because again, remember, it's a roadside. It's a lot of those roadside companies, we are pretty opportunistic. We will sell you that used crappy piece of shit for a premium price. And I just started going down the road, and to the point where first it was a lot of repairs because we're just patching. And then he came in and asked me to split it into payments because apparently all the companies are doing this, which is bullshit. You can fact check me. And then we did that. I did not agree on the long-term payments, but I agreed on maybe we're gonna do it up to 4 payments. Any breakdown, up to 4 payments, up to 4 settlements. And slowly and steady, we started getting to the point where he has so many of those little crappy payments that I don't see him making money anymore. This whole operation is going to hell, and the trucks are not getting any better. And the guy's mindset is not changing at all. He's just 100% reliant on us, but then handicapping us inability to fix the problem. So one day I had to tell the guy that moving forward we just won't be able to continue that route, and he needs to figure out a way to take care of his business. Man, oh man. The guy literally threatened to kill me, to cut my throat, to do all kinds of crazy stuff. Because he cannot get what he wants. And that was it. This is how we got to where we're at now. It's just never gonna change. This is the reason why all the companies out there are doing the same thing. And just because somebody tells you we got a maintenance fund and we can help you out, first of all, you're already exposing yourself as somewhat joke. Second of all, read between the lines. Give them some scenarios. And most importantly, listen what people are saying. Just listen. Because out of every single owner-operator that we onboard, and we will give them all the tools, bells and whistles to be successful. At least when it comes down from our side, successful. If I'm gonna give you all the tools, bells and whistles, and you're just gonna be sitting home on your fat ass, I'm sorry. I can't help you. So yeah, this is it. This is a sad reality of trucking. Again, every single owner-operator is given that before he even makes a decision to sign up. That is being told them so directly on multiple occasions that they are the businessman and we need to take care of their truck. And then 9 out of 10 will still try to get the company to fix their truck. 100% of them will fail because the company will not do this. And then maybe half of those would quit the company because of that and go into the next company and find there only 2 available options. One, we were so needy that we lied to him and we're just hoping that he can somehow make it. And the other one just has different, options like maintenance fund and this and that, and we call it helping to repair the truck. But if you only contributed to that fund $50, that's all you have there. So that's just saving money. Same thing. Actually, saving money is better because at least you're in control of your money. So, I don't know. I think I lost myself a couple of times during this video, but it just every day. I don't know. Post me, in the comments what you think about this. Are you one of those super truckers, or you're the man who takes care of his business? Take care, guys.